Apple is getting ready to launch the next generation iPhone, the iPhone 15, in September, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at what we can expect to see in the 15 and the 15 Pro models coming out in September. So we're going to just jump right into the video. Now we're going to start off with the design first. So the iPhone 15 models are going to get dynamic island across all the devices. So that was exclusive to the iPhone 14 Pro. I actually have the 13 Pro Max here, so I will be updating to the 15. So you guys want to make sure that you're subscribed, because when that comes out, I'll be doing an unboxing and review for that as well. But a major change that's coming to all devices across the iPhone 15 lineup is the dynamic island, which was exclusive to the Pro series in the 14 model, but now it's going to be available on all devices on the iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 Pro models will be getting a titanium body this year, which is going to be completely different from the stainless steel that we had from the previous iPhones, which was ever since the iPhone 10. We've had the stainless on the side for the Pro models, but now that's going to be changing to titanium with the 15 Pro models. The iPhone 15 baseline models will also be getting the frosted back that we've seen since the iPhone 11. Now this is how Apple differentiated from the Pro models to the regular baseline models. So now it's going to be frosted back on all of the devices, but then the 15 Pro models will have the titanium body, differentiating it from the baseline iPhone 15s. Now what I'm really excited about the iPhone 15 Pro models is that it's going to get a redesigned screen. So instead of having the bezels that we've seen since like the iPhone 11, I know it got shrunk down a little bit, but with the 15 it's going to be the world's thinnest bezels on the iPhone 15 Pro models. That's going to be exclusive to the Pro models. The baseline iPhone is going to be pretty much the same as the iPhone 14 Pro display would be like. Another major change coming to the iPhone 15 series is going to be the addition of USB-C. Now on the iPhone previous models, we've been having the Lightning, which is not the best, to be honest. Like, you can't transfer anything from your computer to this because it takes a long time to transfer all the data. Now the iPhone 15 and the 15 Pro will be getting USB-C, but then again there's going to be limitations between the two devices. The baseline iPhone 15 will be probably going at USB 2 speeds. I don't think it's going to get that much of a speed increase, but the iPhone 15 Pro models are going to get USB-C with Thunderbolt, so that's going to be major speeds coming through when you're transferring information, especially videos and photos from your iPhone to your Mac or any of your computers. Apple is rumored to be getting rid of the mute switch on the iPhones. Now I'm not too sure if this is going to be for the Pro models or the baseline models or all devices, but they are planning on getting rid of the mute switch in favor of an action button. So it's pretty much like a multi-purpose button, so you can use it for different purposes instead of just having it as a single use for just the mute switch. So you can probably still use it for the mute switch, but you can also use it in like different applications. If you're in the camera, you can use it as a shutter button, and different apps will have different case scenarios. I personally don't know how to feel about that because we've had the mute switch on the iPhone since the first generation iPhone, and no other phones really have a mute switch like that, so the iPhone had that going for a long time. But I can see why they would want to switch it, because it's pretty much just has one use right now, but they want to be able to be programmable to be using for anything else as well. So I'm kind of curious to see how they do it, and we'll see how they do it when Apple announces it in September. But that's going to be another major change coming to the iPhone 15. Most likely all models, but it can also be just for the Pro models. Wireless charging on the iPhone 15 series is also going to be updated. So before we had a 10-watt charging standard, but now they're going to be using Qi 2 standards, which means you can get wireless charging from 10 watts to 15 watts. Now we can't talk about an iPhone without a chip upgrade. Now this is going to be limited to the 15 Pro models. So the 15 Pro models will be getting an A17 chip, which uses a 3nm architecture, which pretty much means it's going to be more efficient and more battery efficient. So that means your iPhone is going to be lasting a lot longer, and it's going to be performing a lot better than the previous chip models. The regular baseline model iPhone 15 won't see the A17 upgrade, but they will most likely use the A16 used in the Pro series last year. Now let's talk about the cameras coming to the new iPhone. So the iPhone 15 would most likely be similar to the previous generation, if not just a little bit of a spec update for the 15 cameras. The 15 Pro Max in this situation is going to be getting the periscope lens, so this might be limited to the Pro Max and not the Pro model. The bigger iPhone will be getting the periscope camera to fit into the bigger size of the phone, and the periscope camera is pretty much just going to give you better zoom capabilities. The iPhone 15 zoom is not the best right now. We're mostly relying on digital zoom, but if you have a better hardware zoom, that means the videos will be a lot more crisp when you're zooming into a subject. There's going to be some storage capacity changes on the iPhone 15 models. Now the 15 model, the baseline model, will probably just be the same, but on the 15 Pro models, they're finally getting rid of the 128GB variant, and it's going to start at 256 and go as high as 2 terabytes. I'm actually glad Apple got rid of the 128GB model. It just makes sense to get rid of it, because even on the previous iPhone models, if you had the 128GB model, you could not use Pro RAW because it takes up too much memory on your phone. But now with the 15 Pro, Pro, you don't have to even worry about that. The baseline model is going to be $256, and you should get all the features that are available to that phone, unlike the previous model where they got rid of some of the features because of your storage capacity. Finally, let's talk about when these phones will be available. So Apple is expected to hold an event in September on September 12th, which means it's probably a Tuesday because that's when they usually announce these phones. And on September 15th, the pre-orders would go live, and September 22nd, which is going to be the following Friday, the phone should be available in all stores. Now, before I end off this video, I just want to let you guys know that everything that I mentioned in this videos are just rumors, and they're kind of predictions of what to expect on the next iPhone. So some of these will most likely be on the next iPhone, some of them not, and there will most likely be something that we missed that you can expect to see in the next generation iPhone when Apple announces it in September. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys did like this video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.